Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Kirti Sophia Panachan, and in today's session, we'll be continuing the chapter Introduction to Academic Writing. This is the second part. In the previous class, we were dealing with the importance of academic writing, and we were also learning about what are the techniques that we could use in our daily life to improve our academic writing skills. So there were 6 skills and we have already dealt with 5 of them. Moving on to the 6th one. Learn the language of your discipline. Academic writing skills will prepare you for all the writing requirements of your discipline. To write on your discipline, you need to get a systematic initiation into the fundamentals of your discipline. These fundamentals include the key words and phrases frequently used in your discipline. It is essential for a student of literature, as we all are, to familiarize ourselves with such terms such as metaphor, simile, imagery, personification, and all. So similarly, students of other disciplines should also learn the language of the discipline, that is, they should learn the technical words that is used in their discipline. Books explaining the key terms are available on all disciplines nowadays. So you may either make use of such books or you can even depend on online resources for learning this. Key terms will also serve as an entry point to the language of the discipline. Moving on, now we are about to learn what is academic writing. Academic writing generally refers to all writing tasks assigned to students for the purpose of study at the college level. In most English medium universities and colleges, written work is a major component to assess the progress of students in their field of study. Although there are differences in the writing skill expectation in genres across disciplines, one can identify certain common traits in academic writing in all disciplines. These include the tone of seriousness and the use of formal language, well-defined purpose, consistent focus on the topic, objectivity, use of expert sources, referencing, and so on. Academic writing is a serious and formal way of writing. It is different from creative writing and various other informal and fictional writings, as we know. An academic writer is expected to be objective. And so, unlike creative writing, the writer's personal feelings, self-expression, creative reflection, all these things are not encouraged in academic writing unless the assignment question demands it. Otherwise, we are not supposed to write your personal feelings and self-expression in your academic paper. Formality and seriousness of academic writing also means its linear structure or systematic and logical ordering of ideas, its objective of formal rather than entertaining, abstinence from using colloquial expressions, slangs, and conversational tone. So by reading this, we could see that the academic paper is extremely important and it's very serious in tone. It is not a thing that we write just for pleasure. It is for other scholars to read on and to learn from it. However, we can say that writing assignments that students do in a certain discipline need not be objective always, because a student who's pursuing journalism may be asked to write a personal reflection or a narrative recount on the behavior of an individual, a group, or an organization. In this kind of assignments, the learning objective is to demonstrate or develop awareness of the motive behind the behavior of the target individual or group using the medium of personal reflection. A sense of responsibility is assumed to be working as a guiding force in academic writing. The sense of responsibility is statements, claims, and information in academic work are subject to scrutiny for their precision, accuracy, and objectivity. Therefore, academic writers are not expected to make subjective value judgments, categorical remarks, and use information for unreliable sources. As we have already suggested, academic writers work with specific objectives or purposes in mind and are clearly focused. Every academic writing task is to be completed following a certain process, which includes the first one is identifying the audience, second one is establishing the purpose, third is generating ideas, fourth one is ordering ideas, fifth one is writing the first draft, sixth revising or improving, seventh correcting language related errors, and the last one is proofreading. An academic writer goes through all these stages for creating a scholarly writing. So now we'll learn how to differentiate between an academic and a non-academic work. Articles published in magazines, newspapers, and websites are generally categorized as non-academic writing. However, a work published in such sources will be accurate and useful, but we have to look for or evaluate whether the articles in these non academic writing sources are having any agendas behind it or are they biased. We could check that by checking at the authors who wrote that articles. There may be some vested interest in the ideas presented in such articles, and a scholarly person or a person who reads it should check whether it is genuine or not. Academic writers depend on credible sources for information, ideas, and opinions. Generally, religious texts, newspapers, periodicals, Wikipedia, and other websites where the information can be altered by anyone are not considered reliable sources. So we could say it in another word, that is, any material with suspicious credentials, bias, agendas, and fabricated truths cannot be considered credible and hence not suitable for use in an academic paper. So these are the academic materials: books, university database, peer-reviewed journals, seminar, conference papers, thesis or dissertation, research reports, and so on. The non-academic materials are newspaper, magazines, news websites, and online news feeds, radio or television, videos from YouTube, websites, social media sites, or even your mobile phone. Academic paper and non-academic paper have certain difference in terms of structure and the presentation of subject matter. In academic paper, they follow a well-defined pattern, while on the other hand, non-academic paper doesn't have such a pattern. There are certain similarities between these two also, so we'll have a detailed discussion on academic essays versus non-academic essays. So the first thing is we'll go through the academic essays. It has formal language and words less frequently used in formal conversation. There are technical terms or words typical to the discipline. signal words to indicate organizational pattern of work is there in academic essays. They use technical and formal vocabulary. There would be a formal introductory paragraph containing statements in academic essays. The body paragraph are long and with each sentence serving a specific purpose will be there. There will be elaborate explanation of the central idea or argument with supporting expert resources. And in an academic essay, there will be a referencing section. Others' ideas and opinions incorporated in the body paragraph as direct quotation, paraphrasing, or summarizing method would be used, and due credit to whatever that is incorporated in the academic essay will be given. Authors stand on the issue raised in the essay, but without expressions like I think and in my view. All those phrases will be avoided in academic essays. There might be tables and precise figures, colloquial expressions, then bibliography, work cited, endnotes. All these things will be there in academic essays, and towards the end there will be a very clear and concise conclusion. So all these are the major features of academic essays. Moving on, now we'll go to what are the major things that we could see in a non-academic essay. In a non-academic essay, it would be simple and high-frequency words and phrases commonly found in formal conversation and even in slangs will be used. Language used suitable for a larger audience. And non-technical and simple vocabulary would be used in non-academic essays. The introduction will be short and situating the subject, a thesis matter of the essay in the context. Now, the main body paragraphs are also very short in length, and the topic, sentence, and substantiation and transition, all these things will be done in a very fast manner. The ideas in a non-academic essays are elaborated extremely well, but they don't have any support of expert sources. The quotes and ideas from non-academic sources will be included in these type of essays. Personal stories and impressions will be there, and there won't be any referencing section in these type of essays. Direct quotation from others without citing the sources, and author could express opinions directly by using I, and there won't be any tables or figures or anything of that source. There won't be any bibliography, work cited, or endnotes, and towards the end it would be a sudden ending, an abrupt ending, or an informal conclusion will be given in a non-academic essay. So these are the important features or the difference between academic essays and non-academic essays. I hope this session was extremely fruitful for you. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you so much.